Every person in the country knows Biden needs to drop out, except for Jill Biden. I mean, look at Biden talking to this woman, and Jill is like, oh no, he's holding her hand, he's gonna kiss her, I gotta get him out of there! Joe turns around, oh, you're Jill. That was a close one. So we casually have a president that can't recognize his wife, but I'm sure behind closed doors he's very sharp. Those cameras are contagious, and they even gave him COVID recently. Now, Biden said he would only drop out if the polls indicated he was going to lose the election. So Nancy took a break from trading to show Biden the actual poll numbers. But then Biden said something like, well, if you find a suitable candidate, I'll leave. Nancy points to literally any other Democrat on earth and asks Joe what he thinks, to which Joe completely forgot the conversation they were having. That's how I imagine that went. Now, the word is that Biden will officially drop out this weekend. Leaks are spreading like wildfire, and that's why Polymarket is showing an 86% chance that Biden drops out. This wasn't a solo effort, though. Obama must have stepped in after Pelosi and said something like, Joe, I really only picked you because you gave me a swing state. I didn't expect you to run for president, and I sure as shit didn't expect you to win. That's why I ran Hillary instead. So can we please just wrap this up? My favorite part is the complete denial that some people have, like Harry saying that he stands with Biden. Harry, Biden can't even stand with Biden. That's why his own party is trying to get rid of him. I also think this can't go unnoticed. Remember how Pelosi was telling the country days after the debate that the president is sharp and has no cognitive problems?
And by the way, while the press, and for some reason they don't, there are healthcare professionals who think that Trump has dementia, that his connection, his thoughts do not go together. We see Joe Biden up close. We know how attuned he is to the issues, how informed he is. And I debate with him about legislation, and not debate, but discuss it with him. He's right there. So in any case...
And now she's working full-time to remove him. Why pay for the circus when it's free? Things are getting crazier because apparently Biden won't endorse Kamala and is instead in favor of an open convention, and that right there is firsthand why DEI is dangerous. Joe Biden, in order to solidify himself as the nominee, said during a Democratic primary debate that if elected, he would nominate a woman for VP. Now he doesn't want her to take over for him and be his legacy because just like everyone else, he knows she's a disaster. So while Biden tries to figure out if he has more energy if he naps at 1 p.m. or 4 p.m., his campaign is still very much in motion. Although they've officially run out of ideas because they're just copying Trump now. I'm not joking, look at this.
So yes, this November we're going to make America great again.
What?
You know how Biden will do something that makes him look very unfit for office? So, go outside, and then you're thinking, well, they can't spin this, but leave it to this guy to try to convince you that everything is fine.
Well, look, he's not off the campaign trail. He is continuing to do work from home. He is continuing to make calls, speak to elected officials and voters across this country, as well as do the official duties of being president of the United States. I think a lot of people have sort of lost focus. I myself have, but the COVID protocols are different. I think that they're, 24, 48 hours. He's going to continue to test and do the right thing. I think, interestingly, one of the times that the president almost got COVID was when Donald Trump was not following COVID guidelines, when he was running this country into the ground during the pandemic and almost gave the president COVID during a debate.
I like how the spokesperson says work from home, as if the president doesn't do that normally. It's called the White House. We have it set up so he doesn't need to commute to work. If you're thinking, well, this is about campaigning, not about working, well, normally the incumbent doesn't need to do an event every single day to maintain a tie in the polls. And let me tell you, the speed that Biden was going up those steps yesterday and getting into his car, the only work he's doing right now is rehearsing his resignation speech. Also, how is Trump supposedly almost giving Biden COVID 3 years ago have anything to do with the question of whether Biden will drop out? No matter what the question is, the answer will always end up with them blaming Trump. So the wheels are officially in motion to start hitting Trump in the media again, as they gave him about 17 seconds of peace after he was shot. Here is Time magazine changing their cover just all of a sudden after Biden announced he had COVID. On the left is the first version, with the iconic photo of Trump looking heroic, and then now it's just the desolate area from the rally after the almost assassination. Can it be any more blatant? Yes, it can. MSNBC anchor Joy Reid decided to showcase her room temperature IQ with this video.
We still don't know for sure whether Donald Trump was hit by a bullet, whether he was hit by glass fragments, whether he was hit by shrapnel. We don't have those details. We actually have no details from his physician, even though this man is still a Secret Service protected and presidential candidate. We knew almost nothing. Why? Why don't we know that much?
Joy, the questions you should be asking is why someone with a weapon was able to get onto a roof 150 yards away from Trump, how he was seen hours before taking the shot, and why the Secret Service response to not having a guy on that roof was because it's sloped and that means it's dangerous. There were literally Secret Service snipers on a sloped roof. Also, here is a cow on a sloped roof, and I can tell you he looks pretty comfortable up there. But no, instead of asking the real questions, you perpetuate hate. So let me play your game. Why don't we have a doctor's note about Biden's cognitive decline? A Parkinson's expert has been to the White House 8 times in 8 months. How come we don't know more about that? How come Biden doesn't showcase his ability to do so much as a long division problem, let alone take an official cognitive test? It's not even Republicans that are demanding Biden take the test. It's his own people because they know he won't pass it. But I have to say in all honesty that things are really just gonna get started now. With Biden leaving, it's going to be an uglier election than we could have ever imagined. Just recently, a poll showed 34% of Democrats believe that the assassination attempt was staged. That idea is so dumb that it's not even worth debunking. And if you think that's bad, this is a guy outside the RNC claiming that the shooter is an American hero.
I got a poster here. So did you make the poster?
I did make the poster.
And you printed it?
I had a store print it for me. I believe he had a very strong, good judgment.
It's just pure evil. So Kamala got the news of Biden getting COVID before he got COVID. Now she's subbing in for Biden for a day or maybe 4 years. But look at how happy she is, and who can blame her? She got 1% of the vote when she ran for president, and now she might be Obama's pick for president. Well, after his wife, but she doesn't want to do it. Now let's take a look at Kamala on the campaign trail.
It is we who have canceled debt, including student loan debt. In fact, testify if you have received it. Indeed.
Here's what I heard in that clip. To all the students who incurred insane amounts of debt, did you get the money we sent you in exchange for your vote in November? You did? Amazing. You know, this is one of the few policy decisions that just felt like a total betrayal to the American people. Imagine paying your way through college by working 2 jobs and doing everything you could not to get into debt. Then the student across the hall who didn't study and didn't work now just got a check paying off everything and you didn't. This was only implemented to get reelected.
We are also fighting to lower energy costs. We made historic investments in clean energy. Today, America has record energy production, and we are energy independent.
It's a weird thing to flex something that we already had under Trump. We were energy independent in 2019. We produced more than we consumed. But she's making it out to seem that this is all new. If you want to see what very well might be Biden's last interview, check this video out. I'll see you there.